What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and this is my review for the Netflix TV special, When They See Us. Now, this is a show that was created by Ava Duvernay. It's a true story about the Central Park Five, which were five young men that were put in jail for a crime they didn't commit in New York City, dating back to 1989. Now, the story, if you have a heart and you have any type of sense about you as a regular person, is heartbreaking. Okay, in the beginning, you see just some young kids trying to have fun, and they weren't involved in something, but were the classic wrong place at the wrong time. And because of a lack of education as regards to police and your rights, and a lack of education from their parents in regards to their rights with police, they were put in situations where they were manipulated and railroaded by the New York City Police Department. And it's just so unfortunate, and it's just so upsetting, especially when we know that things like this is continuing to go on to this day. It was an overzealous prosecutor and another New York police woman that was in charge of the rapes and violent crimes division. And I believe maybe their heart was in a good place because they wanted to get justice for a lot of people that suffered from a very violent crime, which is rape. But that doesn't mean you just solve a crime by grabbing anyone. Now, it's hard to tell, did they honestly believe that these young men were guilty? I think that it is a hint that they may have, but they shouldn't have focused on them so much when they realized that a lot of the evidence and the facts didn't match. But it seemed that that didn't matter, and that they were going to find a way to prove that they were the ones that did do these crimes. And rather than realizing these facts and situations don't add up, and instead of trying to get confessions and force them to say things that they didn't know, let's look for the real perpetrator of the crime. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Five young men lost their youth to a crime they didn't commit, and it's nothing worse than being convicted or accused of something that you know you didn't do, and nobody believes you when you're telling the truth. That's just a hard pill to swallow. And this was done in a 4-part series, and so it was a lot of story to tell, and it was too much to do in just a normal 1 to 2 hour format. So each episode shows a different aspect of the situation and what these young men went through. And the 4th episode is just even more heartbreaking than the previous 3. And it's just something that I think everybody should see. Black, white, Hispanic, doesn't matter. And especially young black youth should definitely watch this, as well as watch it with their parents or, loved ones, because a lack of information can really be the detriment to you in life. And so knowledge really is power. Had these people had more information about the justice system, they could have said, no, there is no deals, there is no confession, you need to let them go, there's no attorney present, there was no adult or guardian present. But unfortunately, a lot of these people were not aware of this, and unfortunately, these young men, their youth was stolen from them. I think Ava DuVernay did a great job telling this story. It's sad that it's a true story. The ending, they do tell what happened to these young men in real life and where they are now, and the outcomes of what happened to them is very interesting, and it's well worth it to watch it in completion to see what happened with these young men. When I heard of this, I didn't even hear of the Central Park 5 until recently. And to think that this was happening in '89 and so much publicity was going on, I don't know. Maybe it didn't reach across the whole US, or maybe not to Chicago, or maybe I wasn't paying attention to the news, or maybe all of the above. I'm not sure. But it had a whole lot of a publicity in New York. And so I'm glad that their story is finally getting told. If you're looking for something to check out and watch next on Netflix, this is definitely worth your watch. You can check out all 4 episodes. I watched them all in one day. It was so good. And I think that once you get started, you would definitely be able to do the same, if not at least in 2 days. And so another thing to check out while you're waiting for your favorite shows to come back on the air this fall. I want to thank everybody that support me at patreon.com. I appreciate all your support and helping me to create new content that everybody enjoys. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that like, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.